back in this. Got our bye week. We're gonna advance through. I did make a little playbook. Just got a curious little wildcat formation. Curious or interested to try out. Let's see what we can do. Eight and 2, looking to really improve and make our way towards a conference championship berth. Try to close out of some stuff that I don't need real quick.
Here's a good Halloween trick.
Like that. Oh, not what I want to do. Beautiful. Almost done. Simming through. Swoosh. What's up? Welcome back. Ooh. Let's see what we can do here. Ooh. Get everything cracked out. Ready for this next game. Red Sox. You know what? Here, it's going up on this side screen because I do want to watch that game. You know, as a fan of the Doyers, I want to get that in. Let's see if we can go 0 for 2. Back-to-back years in the World Series. The Dodgers are like the one team that I'm a fan of that's not like my local team. Actually, I'll be right back. I gotta grab something. Fresh out of the wash. Got a rep. Oh, that makes my headset sit weird on my head. That's fine. Who needs it? We're gonna get into recruiting before we go face San Jose. Oh, the Cougs with their big fucking visit. Steal Marcus Wright, the #2 guard in the nation. Or they didn't steal him, but we got locked out. Same with Jake Jackson. It's a real shame. Frees up some recruiting points. Josh Harris. He's out of here. Going to the Raging Cajuns. And we're going to hope to pull in some of these guys. I think we might have visits coming up. Week 14, week 14. Ooh. A lot of visits in week 14. Schedule one for the bye week in week 15 with this guy. 14, we already had a visit. Week 14, just all the visits. We might be able to pull this guy in, only 965 back, and we're not putting points into him, so could sneak that in. Offer a scholarship to this guy. And we'll offer a scholarship and put some points in this guy. We're not too far back. He's a 1-star, but that's because he's a JUCO. Let's play San Jose, why don't we? That's a solid hit right there. If I've ever seen one. Going to San Jose. Got our new playbook. It's going to be interesting. It's basically a spread playbook, but I threw in some Wildcat and some like flex bone and a little I formation. Just Wildcat for a little bit of trickeration, hopefully. See what we can do out of it. Some halfback passes and whatnot. was a big game, though. We got 2 games left in the regular season. If we win out, we should be in the conference championship game. And Dingle will be back eventually. How are they looking? They've got a pretty staunch pass defense and a not so great rush defense, so that matches up all right with us. And their offense matches up decently with our defense. Not too worried about them. They do got a solid offense and a decent kicker, but it's nothing that the Sharks can't overcome. Ooh. This is a big game. Every game's a big game. We're 8-2 right now. We'll go with tails. And we got it. We're kicking the ball first. Try to get some momentum building before the half and then hold on to it at the start of the second. Our defense does a good job of holding them to 3 points on their first drive of the game. We're going to come out with the read option. Cleveland's going to keep it. He's got some blockers. Bounces off a guy and picks up 10 right off the bat. That's the way to do it.
That makes it 1st and 10.
See if we can find something weird here. Yeah. Oh, well, that's the Wildcat, but Cleveland's in a quarterback, so that's not gonna work. I got excited about running the Wildcat, only to run it into nobody. Brings up a 2nd and 9. We're gonna go to the air. I'm looking for red over the middle. It's a route that I like to see often, and I'm gonna underthrow it, and wasn't able to use him into the right position. Ended up being a much riskier pass than I expected, and it gives us 3rd and 9. We're gonna run the corner strike and look for Lacey. David Lacey out there typically does a pretty good job. See if they bring pressure. Not too much. B's gonna be open. It's Lacey. He stays in bound, but not able to make that guy miss.
That's good for a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
Gonna be interesting to see what we can do this game. Putting it back on the ground here with the option. Cleveland's keeping it again. He's not gonna get much out of that, but is still able to get 3. So I can't complain. 2nd and 8, we're gonna run the slip screen. See what we can do with this. We got Martin in. Get the pass off. Decent blocking, and we pick up 10 there.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. 1st down.
I like seeing that. When that play's working, it's usually a pretty solid amount of yardage. Rarely a touchdown, but 1st downs are good, and Cleveland just gets drilled. They held contain out there. Not much that we could do.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Here on 2nd and 12, we're going to go with the end around. I want to see how well this works. This is just added to this formation, or this playbook that we made. In the I formation, we pick up a block. Lacey hits the spin move, but only picks up 2 yards on it. But it's going to keep him guessing. Still brings up a 3rd and 10. And it's 4 down territory, so I don't necessarily need to pick it up here. I didn't set all my audibles. Uh-oh. Regardless, we'll throw the ball here out of the I form. Right over the middle is the Beanster. Gets us 6 of the 10 that we needed. Over halfway to the first. And we're going to get out. No, we're not. We're going to run. What are we going to run here? Get plenty of time to decide. I saw one that I wanted earlier, but I don't have it now. I want the corner strike. See what we can get out of these guys. Right over the middle. David Lacey continues to be a solid receiver and a great target to go to.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And here on 1st down, we're going to go with the deep post. See if we can catch the safety sleeping. He's not, so I'm going to dump it off quick to Derek Battle, who is lucky, I think, to pick up the 8 yards. But regardless, he does. And on 2nd and 2 at the 11. We're going to see how many yards we can pick up before we're stuck in a 1st and goal. On the read, Cleveland's going to keep it, and that man just, if he would have been held up for a second, we would have had the corner. But instead, we're stuck in a 3rd and 3 now. We haven't had a ton of luck running the ball, so we're going to continue to be weird with a little, yeah, we'll go with the toss to the Beanster. And with the stiff arm, he gets inside the 10. Saves me from having a weird 4th down situation. Keeps the drive alive. Great stiff arm. And a great effort to keep that drive alive. On the read, Red should have the touchdown and he's in. And on our 1st drive, we slowly march our way down and pick up 6, and we make it 7. San Jose counters back with a touchdown of their own. And we're going to counter back with this halfback counter. Pick up the block. And Red gets 7 yards on that.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Not to be outdone. I'm going to throw a little vert route. They're bringing pressure. Oh, and I don't get rid of it. I was watching the right side of the line, and they came from the backside. And had no problems there. 3rd and 10 now. Deep in our own territory. Eliminated the run that Red picked up for us there on 1st down. We're going to have to come up big here on 3rd. Open over the middle is Blankenship, and he holds on to it through the contact. That's what I like to see.
That's a gain of 16 on the play.
Kind of a sketchy scenario that I set up for us, but we make it work. Should have thrown that ball a little earlier. Can't complain when my guys are going to hold on through that. And the pulling blocker doesn't make it there quick enough. We lose 3 yards on that counter.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
Puts us in a weird 2nd and 13 now. We're going to run this one up the gut. Martin, still on his feet. Gets 6 on it. Makes this a little bit more manageable, but it's still a 3rd and 7. At the 43, depending on what we do here, this could be 4 down territory. We have the weird option here. Giving it to Martin, and he has the 1st down. Whew! Just barely made that. And again, we're lucky to keep our drive alive. Go with the toss here. Picked up blockers, but Red doesn't quite have the speed to avoid the man coming from behind. As Boston hits a double. Relatively unfortunate. 2nd and 8 here. We're going to take a shot downfield. Throwing the 4 verts. Let's make it 5 verts. Fuck it. And over the middle, that's a bad pass. But Sean Davis sort of drops a lot. Comes up big. The 19-yard grab. It was a bad pass. He had to come back for it. And he snatches it from the hands of the defender. Barbaric, I would say. Absolutely crazy. Cleveland keeping this one. He should have a blocker, but 60s felt a little bit lazy there. Didn't want to run all the way out to meet that guy, so he just let him come to him. And Cleveland is only able to get the first down. Well, with this read, 60 picks up the block finally. Caleb Martin is in for 6. I think that's his second of the game. Boston scored. So that's no bueno. And something weird happened that I missed where my offense might have scored. My defense scored. And we got the ball back again. Basically on our goal line. This is a risky place for a read option. But Jared says, don't worry, coach, I got you. Picks up 5 for us.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5, we're gonna throw a shot here. As they bring a little bit of pressure right over the middle, the Beanster's wide open. Slip in between zones. And we are out of all forms of danger now.
26-yard line. First down.
I'm just gonna put this one up the middle. See if our line can get some solid impact blocking. We do. Red makes a nice cut.
Number 6, the ball carrier.
And
14 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
we pick up the first down. Get to the 40. Minute and a half left in the half. Putting up another score here would be big. Especially since we got the ball to start. Gonna give that one to Blankenship, who makes a nice grab and then picks up a few after the catch.
23 on the play.
His man completely whiffed, going for the swat there. And we're in Spartans territory. Pretty sure that's what they are. A minute and 8 left. Looking for X. It's Sean Davis. Sir catch a lot today.
Gain of 17 yards.
Just over a minute left. We're almost inside the red zone. We got, yeah, all 3 of our timeouts. Not worried about running right now. And Cleveland. Should be worried about a lot more than that. We're going to take our first timeout and try to figure some shit out here.
2nd and 14.
Because that is not what we wanted to happen there. 2nd and 14 now. 58 seconds. Gonna be looking for Red, who is open, and he's got a nice gain. 3rd and 5, we're inside the red zone. At the very least, we should be able to get a
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
field goal out of this. We're gonna actually run it here on 3rd down. And we got timeouts to use if we need them. And so we're just gonna go with the hurry up. You know, fuck the field goal.
Brings up 4th and 3.
We're here for a lot more than that. We're going with the end around. Out of the I formation. See how the defense is lined up for this. I'm feeling confident. Oh, the quarterback kept it. And we picked it up. Cleveland
That's a gain of 3.
completely avoided his duties. I'm glad I was paying enough attention to see that he was just leaving that alone. Absolutely bonkers. But we pick up the first. And I need to audible. That's not what I wanted to audible to. But I cannot be running here with only one timeout left in 23 seconds. Instead, we audible to the quick pass, and on the slant, the Beanster's wide open and fights his way into the end zone. We should get the ball here now. Decent return from us out to the 24. Red's gonna keep it. Great run. First play of the half. 14 yards.
Gain of 14 yards.
And we're gonna do a little bit of hurry up here. Take a shot downfield, see if we catch him off guard. I got lucky. I thought Noah was running a different route there. And instead I toss it straight at the linebacker, who
Makes it 2nd and 10.
luckily has bricks for hands. And that was just incomplete. Audible out of this read. Gonna go with the play action. See if we can catch him with their pants down. A is wide open. It's the Beanster. And he gets a couple extra yards after the catch. That was 27 there. Absolutely unguarded. Gets us into their territory with another first down. Again, I don't like my play call there. I'm gonna hit the Beanster for a second time in a row. Picks up another 8 there. That's what I like to see. 2nd and 2 now. We're 14-16 passing, which is with no turnovers yet. It seems a little absurd if you watch any of this. We got a huge block. I'm pitching it to Davis, who gets inside of the 10, down to about the 5 or the 6. And the late pitch wasn't necessarily necessary, but we had a chance. I was hoping that Cleveland was going to step forward and get a block to get him into the end zone. Instead, we got a 1st and goal from the 6 and a chance to really make this game unreachable for San Jose State.
That is a loss of 2 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
Gonna pass it here. See what we can find. It's a risky spot. Looks like they want to bring some pressure. They do. I'm looking for the Beanster. He's again wide open. No problems. Boston's up 2-0 in the bottom of the 1st. That's not a good start for Kershaw. And we go up 35-10 with the ball back. Just going to go ahead and go to a conservative tempo. Start burning clock out on this one. Every second that passes is one less opportunity for them to come back in this game. And the late pitch. David Lacey with a lot of room to work with down the sideline. He almost gets to the 50-yard line on a 31-yard rush. Again, another late pitch, but good downfield blocking allowed that one to take place. And the option continues to work out for us. Red's keeping this one. He's got it blocked downfield. Another one. That's another 1st down. Across the 50. 14 more yards.
That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Just going to continue to keep it on the ground until they prove that they can stop us. And on the counter, we get the corner. And 8 yards there. Looked more like 9 to me, but if they want to give them a bad spot, that's fine. We don't necessarily need it. And inside 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter. We're damn near close to field goal range. As Bo Ramsey, the fullback, just powers his way forward. Basically untouched for the first 5 yards and then falls forward for an extra 3. Almost puts us inside the red zone. Gonna go with the halfback sweep here. See what we can do out on the edge. Decent blocking. Doesn't quite hold up long enough to get to the corner, but we get 3 yards. And we continue to burn the clock, which is equally important. Should be able to put ourselves into the 4th quarter on this drive, assuming we have no big mistakes. Cleveland's keeping on the read. And I should just cut straight up, but instead we still end up with 6 yards.
That's a gain of 6 on the play.
And a 3rd and 1 inside the red zone. It's a big 3rd down. Cleveland's got the 1st, and a little bit more falls down. This is a 1st and goal at the 5. It's a lot more manageable than at the 10.
That makes it 1st and goal.
And until they can prove that they can stop this option, there's no reason to go away from it. Gonna go with the triple option here. Here's the pitch. Martin is gonna rush. That would be his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. So we go up 42-10. And make a stop at the goal line. Good job from our defense. we got a chance to really ice this one out with a nice long drive. Just gonna let the play clock run out. Don't want to do anything risky, so we're not gonna be throwing the ball down here. We're just gonna run to our heart's content. Force them to stop us. They haven't shown that they can do it. That's the first time that we've lost yards in a while. And even then, that's going to bring us inside 5 minutes left in the game. Third and 9 here. Just going to keep it on the ground, punt it away. At the very least, we're going to pick up some more. There's a flag. It's probably going to be holding, but picked up a solid amount of yardage there. Flipping. We might get another shot at a play here. No, they're wisely going to decline it. 4th and 3.
Number 27.
And we're just going to punt the ball away.
Good for a gain of 6 yards.
They're able to go down and not score after getting inside the red zone again. So their red zone efficiency does not look good today. And after this play, we're going to be inside 3 minutes in the game. As Caleb Martin, who's having a great day, 55 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 7 carries, gets us 6 there. Gonna fake the sweep to Pedro here. Give it to Martin up the middle. He's able to pick up the first down. And that's gonna bring us inside 2 minutes. Unless San Jose starts taking their timeouts. They may think that it's too far to reach. It is a 32-point deficit with 2 minutes in the game, so we might not even have to see their timeouts come in. As Bo Williams is going to just... Oh, Maurice Williams, sorry. Wrong white guy. Powers his way forward. Picks up a couple. And, actually, yeah. We're going to go with that end around. See if we can pick some more yards up with the receiver. 2nd and 3. Got the handoff and some blocking, and steps up third and inches. He picks up 3 yards. We're gonna run this next one out of the Wildcat. We're just gonna run this Wildcat blast up the middle. And we get the first down and then some. 5 yards, Caleb Martin. Might as well just stick with it. You know, show the world what our Wildcat formation looks like. Gonna go with the power running. Get back to the line of scrimmage. And we're gonna just go ahead and kneel this out. Get our extra XP. Take our 9th win of the game, or of the season. And that'll do it. (42-10), a convincing win from the start. Didn't score a whole lot in the second half because we didn't need to. But it was a solid game after the bye week. It should be convincing as we continue to try to work our way towards a ranking. Don't have it yet, but I'm sure eventually we will. Curious to see what we do. Any upsets? No. Not really. 232 on the ground, 200 in the air. Huge time of possession difference over them, so that's solid. And we're going to advance. We got New Mexico State as our final game of the season. And think we would play New Mexico after that in the conference championship? Not entirely sure. It would be something like that. We'll take a look before we start this game, obviously. Eventually we'll sim through all this. This is the worst part of the game. Just watching it advance weeks. Any day now. We gotta commit at the right guard position. What's up, Pip? What's up, little fur butt? 3 games in a row after falling against fucking Hawaii. And go through our recruiting. Don't squeak at me. Go through our recruiting here. Figure out what we got going. We have a lot of guys visiting this week, as we're losing a few to different other schools. It's a shame to see people committing to places that aren't ours. A lot of points. We put in a lot of spots. Far behind on Tom Daly. 62 overall corner. It's not great, not awful. Got a big lead there. Probably could get this Tomic McMillan no problem. And that guy's definitely going to Fresno. Brandon Crosby we got a chance at. And with so many recruits coming to visit this week, it's definitely a positive one. Let's look at our conference, see what it's looking like. Do we need to win this game to go to the conference championship? Not necessarily. I don't remember if we beat Nevada. I'm pretty sure we played them. We did beat Nevada. So if we lost this game, we should still be in the conference championship. And it looks like we're going to face Utah State unless they lose this game. We're playing New Mexico State now, who's 0-11 on the season. That's looking solid for us. See where we're ranked currently. 35th. Ooh, we win this game and then we win the conference championship game. We could be ranked headed into bowl season.